Okay, so yesterday I made a video. It's Memorial Day weekend, and yesterday I made a video about how I was basically going to take on the world and go into this new quarter with a fresh start or something and reach goals and blah, blah, blah. And let's see, it's Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. What did I really do? I got up, I cleaned more, washed my dishes, cleaned off my pallets, Bugsy, cleaned off my pallets, and then set out to pick up a lint brush because I have cat hair everywhere, or on my bed anyway, and a curtain rod. Oh, and I went to the library and got more audio books, so I have something to listen to while I'm painting. Got back, ate, and then took a nap. So I'm not really starting this quarter of the year off with a bang, or the season off with a bang. More like a lot of snoring, because I could hear myself while I was sleeping, snoring. I woke up, it's 5:30. It's 5:30 on Saturday on Memorial Day, and I really haven't done anything. Alright, I have to give myself a break because I'm looking at a painting where I repositioned some lines earlier today, before I left the house, before I ate a lot, before I came back and took a nap. But I woke up, I'm still groggy. I woke up about an hour and a half ago. I'm still groggy. I just want to lay down and watch a movie or sit in the sun. I want to be lazy. I want to be like a normal person. But I hear the clock ticking on my opportunities and the people who support me. I hear the clock ticking on everything that I could be doing and all the goals I could be reaching. So I have had another cup of coffee, which doesn't appear to be working too well. I'm going to go get some kombucha tea, drink that, I'll wake up. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to paint. But before I go anywhere, before I walk Bugsy again, before I get kombucha tea and hopefully lift every bit of me that doesn't want to be lifted, I sat down and cut some stencils. I'm working on this two-portrait piece of two women who have their arms around each other. It's one of the pieces that's been on my to-do list for a long time, and so I'm glad to finally get to it. But I sat down in my grogginess and started cutting out little stencils that I would be using in their ties, which I'm thrilled about. I love the designs of their ties, and I don't think it's by accident that they have, an almost identical theme to them in design. The textures within the design of the tie, or the printing on the fabric isn't identical, but it's obvious that the cut of the design is similar. So, and it had to have delighted them. So I'm going to stick with that idea, but I cut out different little stencils that will be used in each of the ties. This isn't profound, this isn't earth-shaking. It's just a couple of different shapes. And then I cut out shapes for their vests, which actually I think are just a little too large, and I might want to try again on this, because this is going to look fun. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Sometimes big is good. But, so, anyway, in my grogginess, I cut them out. Now I'm going to give them a shot. I have my 4 favorite types of paint up here. Oh my God, somebody inject me with something. I can't remember. I love this stuff, whatever the name is. Holy crap, what is the name of it? No, it's not that. I love it. Okay, whatever this is, I really love and I look for. And I know I've gotten it at Dick Blick in Washington, D.C., and I've seen it online. The name of it escapes me. Then I've got Montana Black, which I really like. And there's you know what I learned is that there are 2 different Montana companies. One I think in Germany or somewhere. Again, really tired. One Montana company is in Germany, the other is in the United States. They both happen to open at the exact same time, or pretty much the same time, same name, putting out the same type of product, aerosol paint, but this to me is superior to Montana Gold. I like the black. Okay, that said, there's some Montana Gold. Not my favorite it clogs, but I know the colors, I like the colors, and it's pretty easy to get your hands on. This, however, is my absolute favorite paint. Aerosol paint, plutonium. And a friend of mine sent me, I think 7 cans of plutonium. She tried it, she decided aerosol was not for her. So now I own it and I'm totally thrilled. I love the color, I love the evenness, there's a certain vibrancy in plutonium that I don't get in the other paints, except for the Mola whatever this is that I can't remember the name of. I do enjoy this. I think I'll start with maybe. These are my colors, the colors I use. It's a teal, there's an aqua, and a blue, which I don't use a lot of, but I do use a blue, and I use an orange. I do periodically pick up a red and go, this is a really good idea, and then I say, oh crap, it really wasn't. But I like to give it a try every once in a while, and I forget. So, what I'm going to be putting in, got it up on the oil paint, are just the shapes for in her tie. Let me see something. And again, this is one of many steps I take in painting. I start off with the black and white stripes, I put in aerosol shapes, and now I'm putting in the aerosol abstract shapes, or, stuff. So, there. I draw in things with chalk. I like big fat children's sidewalk chalk. And here we go. Alright, maybe we won't be using this because the cap is clogged. Let's try again. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yep. Now really, honestly, if I were a responsible person, I would have a window open, and an exhaust fan running. But I'm not very responsible, and I tend not to think about things a lot. So, I am now breathing in aerosol paint. You're welcome. Now, what I'm doing is, this is not the end. The aerosol that I'm applying is not the end of the painting process. Next will be oils, but I'm just putting in the little shapes, the little abstract shapes that are going to make up the design of the ties of these two women. And they don't have to be exact. It's kind of fun when they are, but I'm not an exact person, so we just come as close as we can and then not worry about it. Okay, there we go. What do we want to do? This woman is wearing a tie with kind of a bric-a-brac idea on it. It might have been a good idea to mix up the colors, but I'm not going to, because I'm just that way. I like making things difficult for myself. So this is actually kind of off from the reference material. Then again, it really doesn't matter. I just have to give myself a little idea, an idea of the patterns. Okay, that's done. I just filled in the patterns on their ties, the general patterns on their ties. That was easy peasy lemon squeezy. But now, I'm going to try out these checker shapes on their vests. Wish me luck. And I'm tilting it because the fabrics on their vests is obviously, it's moving, like on our shirts. So I can take them and twist them and turn them. And it will be okay. It will all be okay. Now, as you can see, I'm not a graffiti artist. Graffiti artists usually have a lot more finesse than me, and tend to be a little bit more exact, or a lot more exact. But with what I do, I don't want exact. I don't like exact. I like the adventures in painting and getting myself in these horrible, difficult little corners and then finding my way out. Okay? There we go. That's the beginning. That's the beginning of their vests. Those little squares. The squares are going to be coming down here as well. Okay, I could stand here and obsessively do the whole thing, but I won't bore you to death, maybe. There's the other side of the vest. Okay, I'm not going to bore you to death with this. I'm just going to be putting in squares. I'm going to be putting in probably some more lines. Like I've got shadowing lines. I have to come down here. Oops, wrong one. Down here. In the places where I haven't already applied oils, I'm going to be putting in shading lines. Oop, that's on the oil. And that's it. This is the next step in painting. And now I feel like I've accomplished something today. So on the second day of my big Memorial Day weekend, so now I can take Bugsy out for a walk. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I will be painting this weekend, probably tonight on Saturday night on Periscope. I like painting on Periscope. It's live painting. It's not me doing much of anything other than just standing here painting. I don't talk. I generally put on a podcast or an audiobook or the radio, and I just work so that we can be studio mates in another state. That's it. So you can find me on Periscope, through my website, Beck Lane Artist, or on my Facebook page, Beck Lane. Yep, Beck Lane. There might be a link through YouTube. I don't know. But I'm going to tackle some of this today and more of the tattooed lady, and that's it. Okay, now we're hitting the ground shuffling or something. Anyway, ciao.